I just wish they had a refund button on the game.
just hit it. Well,
when you would summon and you don't get what you wanted, you can hit refund. It'll take away those units and give you different units.
That would actually be kind of cool. Or it's like it could just be its own little gotcha button. You've got a 5% chance of getting a refund. Congratulations, you've got your refund.
With this DOKKAN coin, see if you get your stones back. If not, you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's like you can get. Ooh, what if you could get? There's like a 0.005% chance of getting an LR refund, and that's all purchases in the last 30 days refunded to you.
Oh, I thought you were meaning all LRs on your account would get refunded, like taken away.
Oh, that would be OP. That would be the greatest ever.
Yeah, I want a refund for these LRs. Like, okay.
Sure. We'll take them back. Here's $5. Thanks.
Too funny.
Thanks for playing Dokkan Battle.
Yeah. So, how was your guys' Halloween?
Pretty good.
Same as usual.
Do any fun? Any of you, either one of you, go trick or treating besides me?
No, I took my daughter. Well, obviously, I took my daughter out to go trick or treating, and that was fun.
Yeah. Nice.
It was a mermaid, a very pretty mermaid.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna put another feeler out to Phil. He's gonna probably break in at some point, and I think this is all of us. Oh, by the way, we've been streaming for 2 minutes.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, it's more fun that way.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Hi, everyone.
I just texted them all and said, they don't know we're streaming yet.
Hello, random people.
Oh, you are? Oh, hello.
I'll say hi to some guys.
Okay.
Impudent, how are you?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this straight out right now.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Even though that you're live streaming, screw the rates off of these drop pulls. Drop pulls. Wow.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Just.
Off of all the events. I swear, I hate them.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That was lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and give a real quick introduction here. We are doing ourselves a podcast tonight because I was bored and Phil called me up and said, Nate, let's do a podcast Saturday. And I said, now mind you, this was Tuesday. I said, okay, well I'll put it together Saturday morning. And so then I put my feelers out into the interwebs and somehow got a hold of Ning and Nate. Hi, Nate.
Hi.
And he came back. He's like, all right, I got nothing to do, right?
Bro, I got nothing to do, so I'm just gonna tune in, have a radical time, and
excellent party on, Nate.
Tubular, bro.
And then I reached back out to Phil and said, okay, it's on, Phil. It's gonna be the Nate and Nate show unless you show up. And he hasn't gotten back to me. Bastard. We're sure Phil will crack in at some point, running away from the cops, or we can hardly hear him because we'll hardly be able to hear him because his reception sucks from wherever he's calling from, underneath the bridge because his wife kicked him out this week or something, some crazy Phil type story. But
I feel like he just drives around when he joins in. He's just driving around in his car, like in the work. He just purposely goes in the places that have the worst reception.
Actually, I think Phil's living out of a van down by the river, and this is what he's got. He's just making the best out of what he's got. But so I want to welcome everybody.
Hey, don't worry, I'm Napa.
Pokemon.
Or at least you wish.
Oh, and Kakarot popped in too. Hi, Kakarot.
You're right.
Yeah. Kakarot. And I also got get Tim. Tim's here because he asked. I said okay. Otherwise, it would be the Nate and Nate show, and I'm sure you and I would have a fun time, Nate. But that might that might not be the best for ratings. Who knows?
To be honest, I was just bored and I just wanted to show up.
And I was like,
Streaming.
And you know what? Honestly, I just needed somebody to test my speaker setup just to make sure that that we had audio, and so you have served your purpose. Anyway, so I want to welcome everyone for being here, and I'm sure Phil will come in at some point if he figures out how to turn his phone on, and we'll have ourselves fun with him on that. So, a lot has happened in Dokkan, I believe, in the last couple months since our last little get-together, our last little powwow, in both our communities and in the game itself on JP and in Global. And there's a lot coming up over the next few months that we could probably speculate, and speculation's fun. We all enjoy speculation, so that leaves for fun conversation. And in all honesty, I haven't really streamed for a couple of days or something, and now it might be a good time to touch bases and get some of my subs back. So anyway, so we'll start. Nate, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I've been doing good. I've gotten paperwork and approved for an externship, so I don't know what hospital or clinic, but I'll be doing an externship, so I'm stoked about that.
And that'll be in the spring?
Yeah.
Fun.
January.
Fun.
January,
yeah, I'm I'm still getting myself at a default on my student loans. I have $3,000 in student loan payments that apparently went in default during one of my moving processes. So I'm going through that recovery so that I can be qualified for financial aid. So I can begin taking more student loans out for my law school program. So good times.
Yeah. Take out the student loans and put it into Dokkan. That's what I
exactly. It's like, hey, they sent me $5,000. Sweet. Who needs Z? Discount stones. Government pays for my Dokkan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That sounds like awesome times. So yeah, I'll be starting that around the spring as well. Hopefully. We'll see how that goes. All I gotta do is actually it's hilarious. Well, it's hilarious because in order to go through the repayment program and get my loans out of default, they go through your financials and how much you make and all your where your money goes, your bills, and do you have kids, and what's your family size and all that. Figure out what can I reasonably afford to pay per month, right? Well, my Dokkan expenditures were also tabulated in this, even though they didn't. A month. No, even though it wasn't actually specified as Dokkan, it was put down as entertainment. And so I gave them, a rough estimate number, but basically they came back and said, well, we need you to pay us back $5 a month. Can you afford that? $5 a month for 6 months, and you'll be able to get yourself out of default, and you'll be eligible for student loans again. And I said, yeah, I think I can handle that. But I'm thinking, but still, that's like 15 dragon stones, dude. I don't know if I can really honestly part with that money.
Part with it.
Okay, fine. Meanwhile, Nate's over here just shaking his head. Just, jeez.
Just like nerds.
Follow you up and just be like, yeah, you have a substantial amount of money you're missing. Do you know what's going on?
Okay.
Alright then.
Yeah. So, where do we want to start? I guess we can start where we left off last time, and that was, how did you guys like the 250 million download celebration? Everything that it was about. Like,
the 250 million download celebration. Oh, fucking shit. It blew me.
Okay. I mean, well, we can break it down by pieces. I mean, I have problems with parts of it.
Wait, was that with Gogeta?
No.
No.
No, the 250 mil was with the tickets, right?
Yeah. Tickets were part of it. We had the transforming Goku and Frieza's. They were part of it. And we also had... we had LR Goku and Frieza. They were part of it as well.
Yeah.
So the ticket the ticket banner, I was very disappointed by. I honestly think most whales were very disappointed. And see, people kind of look at the number of tickets that I got and other mega whales got, Nimani and Truth and other guys, and go, dude, that's just ridiculous that you got all those tickets. And we're kind of like, well, yeah, well, we paid for it. But the double-edged sword of that was like there was very few units I really was looking forward to, and Truth didn't need any units, you know, and Dimani needed like one of these and maybe two of those, and like none, and like seldom were we able to pull one of those units, you know. And it was kind of a and one of the LRs I got was yet another Broly, so that was kind of like, yay.
Well, when I pulled UI, I was actually pretty happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had over 100 tickets.
Ooh.
Call me a whale. I'm more of a fish.
Oh, it's like, I'm sorry, when it was what, 70, 75 tickets was the free to play amount? You know?
I think.
Yeah, it was close to that. You know,
I don't know. I spent more stones than back in July of 2016.
I think I had 415, about 415 to 730 tickets.
That's quite the range, Nate.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly. It was a large number. That's all I remember.
Well, let me ask you this: do you remember collecting 2 sets of tickets?
I do not.
No,
yeah,
yeah. Okay, there. If you collected 2 sets of tickets, then you got more than 500, because the tickets are released in batches of 500.
Oh, okay. But with those tickets though, I had excellent pulls. I had multiple the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. I got LR Goku Black, which sadly he was the only LR I managed to get off of there. I got 4 Ultra Instinct Gokus, so now mine is, I think he's rainbowed, which I'm super happy about. And then I can't remember what else I got, but I got a lot of good characters. I had insane luck with those tickets. Really insane luck. So physical Gotenks, I got Gogeta, but then again, I always get Gogeta, and Gogeta's my boy, so
I'm gonna go ahead and answer a question that I'm seeing popping up in chat real quick. They're debating about how many sets of these tickets we've gotten. This was actually our 3rd set of tickets this year. Last year at the same time was our 2nd set, and last year in April was our 1st set. So they went 18 months or so between the beginning of the game and the 1st set of tickets. 5 months ish for the 2nd set of tickets, and about 1 year or a little over a year for the 3rd set. So just kind of clearing that up.
People didn't get their tickets.
The people who didn't get their tickets, from my understanding, they came from accounts that were somewhat shady, like they'd been flagged for mods or something along those lines, and people are like, oh no, I never did. But then like you look back at the pedigree of the account, a lot of the time people got these accounts from YouTubers, or they got them from like a raffle, and you don't a lot of, if you haven't started the account, you don't know the history of the account, you don't know if you ever did mods or not. I mean, or some of the stone vendors do use underhanded tactics that allow them to get stones that can be traced. Like my guy Z, back when he was doing it in a way that wasn't traceable, or at least wasn't enough to get pegged by Bandai. But he did tell me that there are other methods that can be traced, and people can get caught for that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's every case, but it seemed every time that came up to it, like the way people usually got their stones back, so they had to sign an affidavit if they went through the whole shebang of the email process with Bandai of going back and forth, and no, you can't get tickets, and then a week later, congratulations, we're going to give you tickets, and then you get another email saying, well, we will give you tickets, but you need to sign a disclosure first, agreeing that you'll never use these underhanded, third-party tactics again, and things like that. So I've seen that both this time and last time when it came to the ticket release.
Hey, Bandai, you want to see my finger?
Bandai, you want to pull my finger?
What happens if you push the... You know what? Actually, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Cyanide and Happiness actually did a video on this, and I found it hilarious. So if you pull someone's finger, they fart, right?
Supposedly.
Well, what if you push their finger instead of pull it?
Well, then you break it. Then you
It
break
won't,
it,
like,
and then they shit
there
themselves.
won't be a reverse effect to where it'll be like a black hole and it'll just start sucking everything in.
I was just thinking that they end up getting into some sort of convulsing pain. They shit themselves. I'm sure you'll learn about it in medical school, Nate. It's all about pressure points.
This LR Mighty Mask, I love him.
All right. So you guys like the transforming Goku and Frieza?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, I love
especially
him.
Goku.
Okay, I'll take that as a resounding hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get like my cards.
I don't know if you saw in the Blues chat for the summon room,
Hmm.
but I managed to pull another STR Frieza.
Honestly, grinding Goku's SA wasn't overly hard. It is definitely worth getting his SA to 10.
Goku's SA is super damn easy.
Oh,
Frieza,
yeah.
however, screw that
Well,
cunt.
you can
No,
maybe
Frieza
outlaw
wasn't that hard.
Frieza.
There were enough SR Friezas popping around in the.
Yeah, but you can also do LR Frieza.
Oh yeah, but I mean that one you still gotta get dupes from it, and that I wouldn't waste my time on that. And I'm I'm a recovering grindaholic, so. Is there really such thing? Yes, there is. It's a disease. And
Okay, Easy A, what's coming up next?
you want to go there?
Oh,
Okay,
Cell.
we'll go there.
Easier Cell. Yeah.
Yep, Cell on
Yeah.
global. Well, you know what? They might skip Cell for now and give us Gohan.
afterwards.
I'm gonna be annoyed if they
Actually-
skip Cell.
Because then they already skipped Cell. No. They went ahead and did Frieza.
Well, I'd rather get Gohan first, to be honest, because I already have him rainbow, so it's probably better for me.
I have them all rainbowed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What
And
I think is
I'm now
coming-
working on their secondary mirror copies to rainbow them too. I've already got
One
Int
I
Cell
think is
rainbowed and
next-
physical Gohan is rainbowing.
The next one I think is STR Goku. Because remember, we have the AGL right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, they can release Goku at any time. I mean, they tied it to the physical
To be
Boo.
honest, I'm farming them.
Yeah, they tied it to the physical Boo over in JP, but they could do it at any time if they really want to try to play catch up. They could release him with the, with Cell, or they could release him with, with Gohan, and just have it just be a secondary thing. What's that?
Didn't we have like 3 Easy A's come out at once?
Actually, we did. Because that's when Broly came out.
Which one?
Because we had the
movie
Easy A Broly, then the Easy A Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then what was
Well,
the other one?
Goku then Broly, but yeah.
We had the movie Broly come out, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were doing that for a little teaser.
And no telling how they decide to reintroduce that, have a free-to-play card that gets an Easy A alongside of a Dokkan one, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
I'm just waiting for like rewards to just drop in my box saying, "Here's for beating Easy A. Have these rewards because why not?"
Well, it'd be pretty interesting.
Have you guys already double farmed your medals for Goku?
That's
Oh,
what
hell
I'm
yeah,
doing
definitely.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
I did.
hasn't?
I did that the other morning. I was bored at work and ground those up. Actually, I was very disappointed that it only took like 10 minutes to do a whole set. I was like, really?
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I was
the
thinking,
thing about
sweet,
Ring-
this is something to do for an hour or two, and like 10 minutes later, oh, I'm done. I have
You guys
stamina
are
left over.
pale. I'm
Alright.
not.
Well, if we have spare time on our hands, it's definitely worth doing that.
So, a question I had, Nate, do you think they're going to do, physical Ultimate Gohan, give him an Easy A, Intelligent Cell, give him an Easy A?
I feel like
could do.
no, but I feel like the character that needs it most before any of them is Strength Gogeta, because he's still the attack plus, was it 3,000 and key plus 3 for all types or whatever.
I have a feeling that him and Janemba will both be getting their Easy A's during the 4-year anniversary on JP.
They could turn his leader skill into a percentage leader skill. So.
Okay.
Janemba is going to be easy as heck. He's going to be either movie heroes category when that comes out, or he's going to be fusion category to where that's what he'll be weak to, is what I should have let
Yeah,
off
and then
with.
all you gotta do is run LR Gogeta team, and boom, done.
Oh yeah.
Because then you got there's 3 different physical Go tanks, and
yeah,
Okay.
just plow right through that event.
Yep.
I'm only gonna say this: in order for the STR to surpass the int, it would have to be 45 or above. If it goes past that, it's gonna be broken as hell, like it did back then.
Well, I mean, the leader skill isn't gonna probably change much. He'll probably just be a rainbow 70%. You know. Yeah, I mean that won't do it much, but I will be interested to see what they decide to do with his passive, and I mean he already has immense damage, so that doesn't really, you know.
His passive's gonna be broken. I can tell. I can already tell.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
The thought I had was, how do you guys think they're going to augment Tech Beerus over on JP? Because they haven't released that information yet. At least not that I'm aware.
Tech Beerus.
I think he's gonna have more than a rage mode. I think he's actually gonna have some defense and attack when he's in rage.
I would be interested in what he could have a like Hakai sort of super type.
That would be awesome.
I feel like they're going to make it to where for his leader skill, he's just going to be same as like Cell. He's going to be a tech type lead.
Do you know when we were seeing in Dragon Ball Super where Zamasu tried to attack Goku, they could implement that sort of Hakai into the game.
Yeah, but I feel like if they were to do that type of move, it would be it would have to be a one shot, basically equivalent to like LR, equivalent to like Devilman's ultimate.
It could be one of those shots where it gets your enemy close to death, but it doesn't absolutely kill him.
I don't think they're going to actually augment the super attack though. You know, at least change the super attack. They've never done that with EZAs. It'd be cool if they did. So
passive wise, he's probably going to be an attack and defense plus
90, probably 80%, probably. 80%, that seems to be what the others are getting.
80 sounds about average.
Because right now he's at 60, you know. But they'll probably buff him to 80. But here's my thought process: the rage mode. All right, so what a lot of people don't realize is that he has immense super attack damage in rage mode with the 12 key super attack. So if you go ahead and give him a super attack increase from supreme to immense, which is what everyone thinks they're going to do, which makes sense, then they need to also adjust his rage mode as well to kind of go with it. So 1 to 7 key, he gets extreme damage multiplier. That needs to be bumped up to supreme. 8 to 11 right now is set to supreme damage. That needs to be bumped up to immense. And the 12 key multiplier, I would really like to see them go ahead and give him colossal. No, not massive. I would see colossal. Give him, because it's really hard to get. It's only 1 turn active. It's the high. It would make it the hardest hitting ability that he has. And then the other thing too is after the end of the turn, I would like to see him do a heal. Similar to how Gogeta gets the heal when he transforms, how Vegito gets the heal when they transform. It's a one-time thing. He has to get down to 30% to do it. Whis heals when he gets down to that. So why can't Beerus get a full heal when he does it? D-Free was saying, or Truth was saying that he'd like to see, him have like 15 or 20% heal on, part of his passive. That way he could team up with the LR Beerus and heal with that. And I look at that and go, no, they need to own the rage mode with him, because he's the only unit that that gets all these specifics other than Rage Vegeta. But he's going to be the only unit that gets an EZA that has rage mode, and they really need to own the rage mode and just say it's 1 turn, and we're going to buff the hell out of it, and afterwards you'll get a full heal, and that's it.
I am going to say this. There should be an orb change on him too. Because when orbs are on the field, whenever you have rage mode active, it's kind of sucky.
Well, I mean, well, see, and that's the whole point. I wouldn't mind him having a really hard time to get to that 12 key, because it's the 12 key is how you get the colossal damage multiplier, right?
Well, I'm talking about like rainbow key is basically what I'm saying.
Well, I know, but I mean, if you give him orb changers, then it makes it a lot easier to get to that, and it really defeats the whole purpose of the rage mode. Having that special high end, if you can get it on one of those 3, abilities. At least in JP he can access crits and additional attacks and everything else now, which is good. But it's still if they give him immense damage for his normal attack multiplier, then he's essentially weaker in rage mode than he would be under his normal attacks, which sucks.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's my thought process. What do you think they're going to give him there, Ning and Nate?
I don't know.
I really don't care. It's Tech Beerus.
Yeah, it's Tech Beerus for me. The only EZA that's really important to me that has come out is the Piccolo, the Gohan, not the Int one, but the Kid Gohan. That's the Planamic categories or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Cell, full power Frieza, of course.
Yeah.
Other than that, the other ones like Int Gohan, I would never use him because I have my Strength Gohan, who's the not fusion. Geez, sorry. He's the fusion category. Hybrid Saiyans category, but he has like 3 dupes in him. So for me, my Int Gohan, I just feel even if he's rainbowed and EZA'd, he wouldn't be anywhere close, in my opinion, to the Strength Gohan that has multiple dupes into him.
I mean, Battlefield might be his only purpose,
only use.
Oh, yeah, that's like a second string at super Int. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like that's all I would use him for. Other than that, I mainly run Fusion and Patara and Realm of Gods because those are the most optimal teams now and most overpowered teams. Well, actually, I should include Universal Survival Saga because of Jiren's Awakening and Blueberry Vegeta out now.
Topo.
Yeah. Oh, and Top.
Topo.
Top God is Awakening.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
but other than that, though. Int Gohan, I feel, is just someone who's going to be sitting in your character box as a trophy.
You know what? I'm going to run him on every team just to spite you. Okay, even like teams that don't make any sense.
You do you.
Yeah, I'm going to put him on teams that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Well,
for me, just like LR Vegito Blue, for me, he's sitting in my character box collecting dust. Like that's all he's.
Well, I'm gonna run Ultimate Gohan on on the Peachy Girls team. That's like, look how awesome he is. He's self-sustaining.
Well, yeah, that's probably one of the greatest things about him. His self-sustaining key, and that's probably what makes him actually really great.
Yeah.
He put him on a team where he gets no key. You look at him, he's so self-sustaining.
About any key.
It's like, yeah, he has key links, doesn't he?
He
nope.
belongs on low-class warriors. That's where he belongs. Oh man. But other than that, I mean, I just can't see a lot of people running him on their teams anymore. With so many the few broken teams that are out. I just feel like he's not going to be run a lot. But
I agree. He's definitely
I'd probably, if I definitely had LR Gohan, I'd probably replace him in Intelligence Ultimate Gohan. But Ultimate Gohan is pretty much the equivalent to LR Gohan.
Yeah.
When is this Gohan gonna have awakening?
Well, it depends if they're gonna give us Cell first or Intelligent Gohan.
I think Majin Buu is coming out next. I have a feeling.
What, Physical Kid Buu? I mean, he'd be the most useful out of the 3. Just because he's such a great support unit.
When he got his EZA, he is just the masterpiece.
No. I'm talking about Majin.
Bat Boo?
The Majin Buu. Super Buu.
Oh, we're not going to see that one for a while. There's too much coming out. We're not going to see that till next year.
Hey, when are we going to have that punching bag? I want that punching machine.
It's 2 updates away right now. As far as I can tell.
It might be either December or early 2019. And December, we're not. JP in December is going to be getting the poster boy for the Brawly. I mean, that's a given because the Dragon Ball Super movie comes out in December in Japan. So they're going to get it on JP's Dokkan, which will just be the poster boy for the card.
I'm gonna see it all over.
And I mean poster boy as in like how they did for Ultra Instinct Goku.
The unawakened, you know.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one who will defeat you.
And I feel like they're going to do that for Brawly, and then once Brawly comes out for Commander Root, thank you for joining the Legendary Grinders, by the way.
Thank you, Nate. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, but in January, though, if not February, we'll be getting him on Global, and JP will get the Awakening first, and then, of course, Global will get the Awakening. Of course, soon after.
We'll see the poster boy in January. We're going to be a month behind, or they'll just release both at the same time. You know, we'll just have to wait 2 months. You know,
they totally could. They could release it on both versions in January because they would probably have to wait until it comes out in nationwide, which would be all over the place instead of just small Japan. So
minuscule Japan, tiny Japan, microscopic. Hold on. Let me get out my microscope. I must find Japan. Oh, there it is. Hello.
It's bigger than the dot on the map.
Oh, it thinks it's a country. Oh, well, look at it. It has little trains. It's so cute.
I'm sorry. I should have said that.
I couldn't help it.
We're going to hell for this.
Yeah, I'll probably lose. The worst that's gonna happen is I'm just gonna lose my funding on this stream. Rip. It's like normally how we get the copyright claims by the publishers and stuff. This will just be the entire country of Japan is gonna be issuing a claim against us.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, no, it wasn't me. Go to this guy's channel. Here's the link. He's the one who said it. I have proof.
Blaming Ning and Nate. He said it all.
An MP3 clip of it to the. Oh man, too funny, good times.
So, we have world.
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
Seriousness though, he'll probably be an int type, and he'll be having the same super attack animation as he did in the EZA event.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. Unless the EZA, all of that could have just been the free-to-play card. It's entirely possible that that's entirely possible that they went ahead and gave us super clean super animations just for the card that's going to be the free-to-play, and they're actually holding off on really good shit with with the actual paid card. Something like some actual special move that he's got in the movie and everything else.
Mine.
Yeah.
We can always hope.
Yeah. I mean, I'm stoked for the movie. I can't wait. It's like...
Well, I don't think anybody can wait at this point.
And then for those of you that don't know in this live stream here, I'm sure everyone in this chat here knows, but for the Thanksgiving Day parade, if anyone hasn't heard of it, they are going to be, and it's for the first time ever, they have Super Saiyan Blue Goku as one of the balloons for the Macy's Thanksgiving.
They really want to hit the anime demographic this year.
I was hoping Vegeta, but
I know. Wait, Vegeta's not going to be there? Psh, I'm not watching.
You see Hercule, it's Hercule instead. Like,
Hercule and Boo.
Goku's too mainstream. Let's throw in Hercule.
Guys, what they should have done is had 17 be in the parade.
Well, yeah, I mean, he saved the universe.
Yeah.
Vegeta needs some love right now. Vegeta seriously needs love.
Vegeta just got his love, man. He just got another on JP, so he's all good. He got another.
Yeah, and Goku has that UI form master.
Yeah, but Vegeta has.
Where's Master Ultra Instinct Vegeta, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. We'll never see, and everyone knows this. We'll never see Goku with the Evolution Blue, and we'll never see Vegeta with the Ultra Instinct because.
But what makes you so sure about that?
Because that's what they've already said. And they've already said that. Yeah.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Majin Vegeta. It was basically a repeat of that. If you look at the Tournament of Power, you had the Pride Troopers, who were basically the Ginyu Force, not counting Jiren or Dispo or Topo. But
you can't help yourself. Don't you mean better?
But I mean, the side characters were basically the Ginyu Force. Their stance, their personality, it was just straight up Ginyu Force. There was a character in there, side character we got a glimpse of, who looked like Perfect Cell, and some other characters that just represented the different previous sagas in Dragon Ball,
which would make sense. You know, that that they would still be around in other universes.
Majin Buu saga, instead of throwing a Majin Buu in there, which I'm kind of happy they didn't throw one in there, they just decided to take the Super Saiyan 3 and the Majin Vegeta route, to where Goku gets this and Vegeta gets this, and we'll never see either one of them get the other's power, basically.
Nate.
Hi.
McAllister wants to jump in.
Well, he's not invited.
Where does he say? McAllister. Okay. He's in the chat. Okay.
Oh.
Let me see. What's he say? I can't see what he says.
We've got people that have access to our podcast already, and that's fine. I'm just not going to add anybody new right now.
He said, fix that problem. Oh, okay. Anywho.
Uh-huh.
Wait, are we on YouTube or Twitch?
We're on YouTube and we're on Twitch. So say hi to all the Twitchers. Hi, Twitchers.
Oh, we're on Twitch as well?
Yeah, that's who...
Man, you didn't tell me? All I got is YouTube open. Boy.
You've been ignoring everybody on Twitch? How dare you, Nate? How dare you?
Hey, Nate, seriously.
Oh,
seriously.
you are on Twitch. Okay, there we go.
You are by far the
Man!
Yeah.
Oh, Nate.
No wonder it's in your name.
You know what? You're a failure. You are a failure
right
to Nate's all around the world. All 63 of us.
Love to you all. There we go.
We should put like a hashtag.
Hashtag squad. You have like 2 viewers watching Twitch.
Hashtag Nate is a failure.
Well, yeah, I have 2 people who are watching on Twitch because Nate didn't say hi to them. We had 5.
Yeah. True. Well, we're at 6 now.
Ooh. Well, I was going to say, well, usually around this time, Ranma wakes up and then ends up hosting me. And then I get like 90 people come wandering in. And then they see me and they get bored and they leave. But, you know, it all counts.
'Tis the circle of life.
Okay, World Tournament. Yay! Yay!
Terrible.
Yay!
Terrible.
I think I'm gonna skip it.
Yes, please do skip it. In fact, I want everyone to skip it so that I can get my orbs and I'll be happy.
Rank 1, Nate, say the legend.
And that's it. No one else played.
To be honest, I'm just gonna grab my tickets and stones, and that's it.
Oh, grab the tickets and run. Do 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 do.
I'm not doing that at all. Like, I just feel the reward system is kind of unfair.
It's
I feel like you should get, if you're in the top 10,000 or something like that, or the top, 20,000, or whatever, it's, you don't get the card at now. You should be able to get the card at least just one card.
You're like, I don't even know what it is, but whatever it is, it's not fair. Right now, Nate, it's actually top 20,000 get the card.
Okay, so then make it top like 50,000.
And then they make it top 50, and that's still not good enough. You just want everyone to get the card. It's like,
I could care less about the World Tournament. Honestly.
In Soviet Dokkan, everybody gets World Tournament prize.
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia, tournament card gets you. I'm going to hell for that.
Congratulations, comrade, your prize.
Well, Nate agrees with that.
Huh?
But I mean, honestly, World Tournament though, the reward for this one is, I don't know, the Chi-Chi. I just think it's kind of a downgrade from previous rewards.
So. Oh yeah, no doubt. Chi-Chi's a prize, and not even a good prize.
I gotta go tell my dog stop barking. I'll be back.
I was gonna say, like, is this one of you guys, or is Phil? Phil, is that you? Are you barking? No? Okay.
No, he's definitely gone to jail.
I think he got caught before he could phone in.
I'm ready for the cops! Oh,
I'm caught on a chain link fence somewhere in Nebraska. I'm gonna starve. Oh, don't worry, Phil. You'll freeze before you starve. You're fine. I mean, only reason I'm somewhat excited for the World Tournament is we get orbs this time.
Well, at least you get.
We've been getting orbs, to be honest. Where have you been?
No, like the top 1,000 actually get uber amounts of orbs.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
If you bother to take a look at the rewards this time around, they are much better.
Alright, I've returned. Did you miss me? No.
No, we were just making another Phil joke, and it was funny.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
Run for the guards, get out of here!
We were talking about how Phil was freeze to death in Nebraska. It was funny.
Okay.
Jeffrey Rose beat. Screw it.
Rank the easiest from the best.
Easy A's from the best to the worst. Frieza's the best, I can tell you that.
Frieza, Cell.
Yes.
Frieza and Cell tied. I think two of them are great together. Well, not together, but tied.
Gohan and Piccolo are both in the middle.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Super Saiyan 3 Goku's right behind Frieza's Cell.
Yes.
He's good. He's good, Nate. He's good to the last drop, baby. He is Maxwell good, I tell you that.
Yeah. I was gonna put Brawly there, but then thinking about Goku's stats, I'd put Brawly behind Goku.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you, Jeffrey?
He is true. He is. Broly is okay. But here's the thing. Broly is good if you don't have LR Broly, or you need Broly in a semi-defensive position. Assume the position.
And plus, he doesn't take all your damn...
Are you good?
I feel like the family Kamehamehas though were in last. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
it's just you. They're actually really good. They're better than Piccolo. They're amazing.
Dust, so.
Well, of course, because you don't step out of your comfort zone, Nate.
Nah, man. All I use is Realm of Gods, Fusion, and Batara, and
I know you need to take a step away. You need to channel your hybrid Saiyans and just get them going and let them rouse themselves up a little bit, and then let Goten just go yeah, and you're gonna have so much fun with those cards.
Hybrid Saiyans is trash. I'd rather use World Tournament or low class warriors instead of hybrid Saiyans.
You bastard!
Well, I would have been using hybrid Saiyans.
No, Hybrid Saiyan's great if you have the LR Goten and Trunks like Rainbow Starred and everybody else Rainbow Starred and yeah.
Speaking of LR Goten and Trunks,
yes.
can I tell that story?
Yes, yes. Gather round, children. It's time for story time with Ning and Nate. Brought to you by Q-Tech.
So sit down, everyone. Get yourself comfortable, and let me tell you the tale of a banner.
Let me go get my guitar.
A banner that shafted me beyond repair. Oh, my phone just fell on the floor. So it was a dark and stormy night, and I awoke from my sleep in a daze. My alarm clock woke me up to check my Dokkan account. As I opened up the Dokkan app, the new banner was released. The banner was supposedly full of brand new magical characters and races from all across the galaxy. With my 1,600 stones I had saved up from previous sales I bought from the marketplace, I summoned on that banner. My aim was to pull the newly released LR Mighty Mask. I knew in my heart, somewhere in the darkest, deepest depths of my cold, stone cold heart, that I would not stop. I knew I would use every stone I had to pull him. So I began to summon. Little did I know that it would not turn out the way I expected. As I summoned, I noticed one thing, one very small, annoying thing. Everyone was pulling LR Mighty Mask left and right, and I was over here getting shafted. Over the course of 15 minutes, I wasted 1,600 stones and got only one LR. Gohan. Due to this, I fell into a short term of deep depression as everyone was showing their LR Mighty Mask off, while all I got was a dupe for my previously obtained LR Gohan. After that, I knew that every double rates Rising Carnival banner was trash. The end.
Now somehow I felt like that needed a rhyme. And I feel rather let down that you didn't put the effort into making that story rhyme.
I'm sorry, I'm not Dr. Seuss.
No,
Sorry.
I was thinking more like Night Before Christmas, but you know, whatever.
'Twas the night before Dokkan, and all through the house, not a single person was summoning, not even a mouse.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
Why don't you check podcasts?
What's that?
Nigga, Nate.
We'll see.
He's trying to flex these characters.
I don't. Timothy Wolf. We, good sir, are going to have a problem.
That just sounds amazing.
Hey, to be fair, Nate, at least we don't.
Okay, best LR to the worst LR. Let's go with this one.
Okay,
Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah,
let's include
that's
all
good.
LRs included on JP as well. So we've got
then
like
I'm out.
80. We've got like
I
80
lost
LRs
track.
that we have to discuss. Well, real quick, 3 seconds each. Go, go, go!
30 hours later.
All right,
Well,
well,
I
let's
got
just
my
do general. Let's
Vegeta
not hit
on
all of
me.
them. Obviously, best LR, Goku Frieza.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh heck
Easy.
yeah.
And then, of course, Vegito and Gogeta. Doesn't matter which one's which. They're both great.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
And then, obviously, LR Broly.
Yep.
Fuck it. Fuck anyone who says otherwise.
No, you're right on that.
Yeah, I know I am. Honorable mention.
What about LR Gohan?
I'd say after Brawly.
Yeah.
After Brawly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always felt that way. I think now the game has definitely progressed more to the shotgun is more useful in this game still than the sniper rifle. You know, the sniper rifle's
yeah.
great, but it's not as good as it used to be in the meta.
Mm-hmm.
Newer cards. I like Bojack. I think Bojack should be up there too. His defense is great. I've never used him, but I hear he's great.
Pardon
No
me.
one cares about Bojack.
Okay. All right. Best free-to-play LR.
Okay. Actually, honestly, I'd have to say
Vegeta.
instead of
I don't
free
know.
to play LR, really?
No,
I'd say
I don't know.
Captain Ginyu. Honestly.
You know what? I do like the new Goku LR that's coming out in a few weeks on Global. Have you really looked into him? He's kind of a
no,
jack.
what is that about? What
He is a
that
jack of all trades LR. He does everything. Like, he even gives you a hand job if you pay him a little extra.
Oh my god. You get to 24 key and that's what you get? Alright.
Yep.
Alright, fair enough.
Well, he does something special with that power pole, I'll tell you that.
His super attack, his basic super attack, he just winks at you, gives you like some really creepy face.
It's like, yeah, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, like he'll stun and he does other things. I looked into it the other day. I was actually fairly impressed by him. He's not a bad unit, especially if you can get him rainbow starred. He's a very
Yes.
utility card. And
Talking on the phone?
is that Phil? Phil, are you here?
No, that's my aunt.
Oh, never
Here, let me
mind.
put
It's not
myself
Phil.
on push to talk.
So do we have the name of that Goku or any info?
Yeah,
onto
it's
that?
over
'Cause
on.
I wanna,
Hold on.
because I'm totally,
Goku the
I have
Destroyer.
not heard of this. So this is like,
I'm gonna pull it.
big
Okay,
time
it's
news
for
to me.
completing the second stage, or the second part of the Super Battle Road, when they come out with the categories. So I'm gonna look up int LR Goku, and look it up on
oh,
the
it's
Wikia.
int type. Dope, cool.
Yeah,
Is
so
this
it's
better if
actually
it's on push to talk?
all right. So greatest courage Goku. He looks really cool. He's got the same kind of living off the lamb getup that the Gohan had, which is cool. And leader skills pretty bleh. 3 key HP attack and defense for all types, 100%. So you get the 1000 day Goku leader skill with him,
He
which is
looks
very
like
cool.
Moses without a beard. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I know.
just standing there like that, it's like, let my Saiyans pass.
Let my Saiyans eat. Super attack.
Right.
Courageous adventurer.
I wish I was a carrot.
There's really nothing special about his 12
Yeah.
key super attack. There's nothing special about it. He does stun on the 12 key, so if you were able to get the 18 super key attack off and then get the second super attack to get off, you would have a chance to stun, not based off of it, so that's not too bad. The 18 key is raises super attack up to 30% for one turn, so really nothing special in the super attack. But it's his passive. It just goes on for days. So first of all, he gives all superclass allies plus 2 key. Also, he gives all superclass allies attack and defense plus 30%. He also gives a medium chance to evade an enemy's attack, including their super attacks. And according to the Wikia, that is at 25% chance. The stun rate is at 20%, by the way. Also, plus he gives an additional attack and defense of 20% for all superclass allies when HP is at 50% or below. So he does a lot of crap. And he has shitty links.
Dokkan is boring.
Yeah, I was looking at his links and I'm like, he has.
Don't look at his links. This Goku is not about the links. He's not about the links.
Not at all.
No trouble. So.
Yeah. Not about that link. Not about that link. No super.
Yes, very true. So, I mean, he's not bad. He's definitely better than the Gohan. And if you're looking for that leader skill, like that 100% attack and defense and HP, and key, this is it. Without having to go to day 1000. You just need to have a super whaled account, pre-day 1000.
Yeah.
So, he's aight.
Yeah, I'm not going for him. I'm not gonna waste my time.
All right, who likes this unit?
I like the unit. I'd say he's
in the
middle of in the middle of the LRs.
Oh, the catastrophic rage Frieza final form, the strength one that charges at you.
Oh, I like that Frieza.
He's pretty cool. Yeah,
He hits hard.
Yeah, he does, and he's a good extreme strength leader. If you don't have, any. If you don't have Strength Janemba, he's a good one to use. Or if you don't have LR
What's a
to use. A Janemba. Strength Janemba.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I mean, he hits really hard, which is nice.
Yeah.
For a non-Dokkan Fest exclusive character, he hits very hard. So, which is very
I think you guys are going to hate my Janemba.
Has anyone else gotten to the point to where it's just like if a card doesn't have immense damage or colossal damage, you're just like, ugh, I'm not gonna run him. Just like, ugh. I'm like, I don't want him.
What do you guys
or is it just
think
me?
of my Janemba?
What'd you do to him? What did you do to your Janemba? I can't even see it.
Take a look at the percentage.
Oh, he has 3 dupes in him. Timothy, what unit do you not have?
What units do I not have? Well, I know I don't have a bunch of LRs. And I don't have any Kid Buu.
Right.
Kid Buu's fun unit.
I have 3 dupes in Kid Buu, so.
So you know how you have Mighty Mask, buddy?
I'm not mad at that Janemba. He's just weak.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, he's actually relatively weak.
There we go.
Let me get all my URs.
Malik Clark, you're right. The physical Super Vegito does not have the same attack decrease that the AGL does. It is something like 40%.
You know what? I'm not taking all the
It's not
pictures
bad,
for that.
but it's certainly not, single or double digit attack debuff.
The AGL's Vegito is more the offensive type rather than the.
Hey, Niggin. I just noticed a unit you're missing. I'm gonna stop.
Mighty Mask, Bojack, and Cell. Anywho,
I mean,
if you guys could
LR
create
Trunks.
Let's see, because I'm asking. This is a question for the viewers as well. If you guys could create any LR, I'm not asking for leader skill or stats or links or anything like that. Just like what kind of character would you want to see as an LR? If you personally could create one, what would you want to see?
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I've been having this thought for a long time, and because I do like the Super Saiyan God transformation, but I want a unit where it transitions from like whether it's 24 to 12 key. The 12 key would be like Super Saiyan God Goku, and the 24 key would be Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Isn't it great that he just completely ignored you?
Who, Timothy?
Yeah, you just said you didn't. You're like, just what would it be? And he's like going into full detail about the card. I guess full details would be cool, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll stop being a dick.
No, it's not that I'm ignoring you guys. It's I have people around me.
Oh, okay. I love you too.
Are they dead people?
I think Inchinemba and Intcell Easy A's do. Yeah, Inchinemba definitely is due. Intcell, I feel like we already have Tech Cell. It'll just randomly happen out of nowhere.
Where's Easy A STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, you know?
Well, which one, the GT one or the defensive one or the
defensive?
I just Rainbow Starred him, which, by the way, he doesn't really get much better once Rainbow Starred. Just gonna.
Yeah, I'd rather get him at Easy A than anything.
Yeah, he needs some attack ups, you know, and I don't think they're gonna get rid of his 7-turn mechanic, because apparently they didn't get rid of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku 7-turn mechanic, and I thought they did, but that's okay because most rounds generally don't last 7 turns on the average. So
I just noticed I don't have Inchinemba.
You're not missing much.
You serious?
You really aren't missing anything on that.
He doesn't even tank well anymore. I mean, that's the one thing that his Easy A is going to help with. If he can get some super crazy, instead was it 10,000 defense up or whatever it was for his passive, if it goes to like 120% defense up, then he will be a great card again. But until then, he's a relic of the 3-year anniversary. Same as Gogeta, or the 1-year anniversary, same as Gogeta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get ready for the podcast to spam because I just took a picture of all my units.
Oh, well.
Individually, or?
Yep. He's like, yes, all of them. I've been doing this secretly for the last 3 hours. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be 3 hours because he didn't have that many units.
That'd be a lot of units.
That's just a few. Hold on.
You know what I kind of wish, and Jeffrey actually brings up a good one. LR Bulma for April Fools, or maybe LR Yamcha. But we already had like the LR Bulma, well, the Peppy Gals for April Fools. So
that's true.
I mean, honestly, I wish we could use that card. I feel like that would have been a fun card to use.
How about this LR Turtle Hermit?
Yeah. I feel like before LR Turtle Hermit, they'd come out with like a LR Master
Goku, Kid Krillin, and Yamcha.
Well, we're kind of thinking that card is. We're kind of thinking that card is going to be the JP Goku Kid Goku LR. We're kind of thinking he's going to morph into that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'd be nice if that was a thing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that one's going to go.
If they decide to go that far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think they'll make the Brawly from the new Brawly movie an LR, or do you think they're just going to keep him as a UR?
I think they're going to keep him as a UR.
Yeah, they're very, very seldom they're coming out with OP, LRs that are OP from the very beginning. Very, very seldom. I mean, it's
they end up downgrading over time.
Yeah, it's like and they've been doing this since the beginning too. Just kind of random. Started with LR, the LR androids. It was such a random LR to be the second LR in the game. And then the third LR in the game, Hercule. Well, I guess it was Frieza, then Hercule. But it's like they weren't ever great LRs. I mean, the first ones that you paid for were good. Broly was a pretty decent LR. Gohan is a great LR. Majin Vegeta was kind of being the first paid LR in JP. It's almost kind of a throwaway. He's a great card. Hits hard, super awesome, yada yada. But his super attack, in order to get the AoE off, is such a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Goku when he first came out was balls to the wall. Everybody loved him, and it's like now it's like you listen to the YouTubers and they talk about it, they're like, oh, he's great, but he's just so hard. If he doesn't get that 18 key off, he sucks. And it's like I don't have the card, so I can I can just bash it all I want. It's great.
Yeah.
Shall we predict the 4-year anniversary? It's coming up.
Oh God, no! Please no! This will turn into 2 hours.
Honestly, I'd probably not.
January.
I'm just
28th.
gonna say this though. I'm just gonna say this for the 4-year anniversary. I'm just gonna say this is what I want to see. I have 2 things that I want to see. One, 2 situations I want to see. The first situation is just like how they did for the 3-year, the LRs. I want it to be like LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta, and it'll turn into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then we'll see LR Sin Shenron turn into Omega Shenron. Now, if Dragon Ball Heroes becomes a thing nationwide by then I want to see LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta via the transformation, and LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegito for the transformation. So that, I feel like...
But what about the exclusive Dragon Ball Super Heroes?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know it's exclusive. Vegeto's exclusive to Heroes, but I mean,
if it were to make it non-exclusive,
correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's generally how that works.
Yeah. I think that would be really cool, honestly, to see, in my opinion.
There's a very strong chance that the Super Saiyan 3 card that we were gifted this year will Dokkan into Super Saiyan 4 Goku during the 4-year. That's what they did from the 1-year to the 2-year. Do you guys think Do you guys think the Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be of any good? Oh, don't worry. If you guys already bobbed him or fed him in for fodder, they'll give us another copy of him.
I actually fed him into the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel.
Well, that was a complete total waste. Wow.
Well,
actually, he hits pretty hard.
I mean, it's not going to help out with a super attack.
What type is he?
Oh, I'm not talking about the free-to-play one. I'm talking about the one with the...
We're not talking about the
Rainbow
tech. We're not talking about the tech Goku. We're talking about the intelligent Super Saiyan 3 Goku that we got this year during the 3-year anniversary.
No, I know. I fed him to someone. I can't remember.
Yeah,
unless it was AGL.
You probably fed him to the AGL, but I mean, it's fine. They'll gift us probably 1 copy anyway for all the players who weren't here this year. That's what they did during
No. There's probably going to be 5 more damn copies.
Yeah, maybe. See, those would be great super attack fodder.
Here's the thing, though. He was a Super Saiyan 3 category leader and passive. So what would they do with that? Like,
I don't know.
Because there's no Super Saiyan 4 category.
You know what?
Yet.
Yeah.
If they start bringing in Heroes content, there will be soon enough.
For Anniversary 4, there needs to be a Bardock.
Bardoku!
Super Saiyan 3 Bardock.
We already have one. They just need to bring his banner back. No, I'm talking about
on top of the banner for the feature units.
They just need to put him in the banner. You're like, I don't know. We don't need a new one. They just need to bring him back.
Because we haven't had him back since
he was released. I know. I agree. I know. It's like there's certain category leaders that Dokkan's like, you don't need that.
You don't need this. You got Super Saiyan 4s.
Exactly. What do you guys think they'll do for Christmas?
I would love to have the Super Saiyan 3, since I have a lot of Super Saiyan 3s now.
What do they do for Christmas? Every year they've always managed to do something nice for Christmas for us. Surprise us to some extent.
It's Broly.
It's gonna be Broly. I have a feeling.
Do you think Broly for Christmas, or do you think Broly for New Year's?
No. Actually, you know what? For JP, it's going to be Broly. Hands down, I know it. It'd be a very poor decision for Bandai to wait, till like next year to come out with Broly. I just feel like it'd be a very poor decision. Business-wise, it's brilliant for them to come out with him during the movie when the movie's out. JP
generally doesn't have a Christmas Day banner. You know, they usually just do a holiday, Christmas, Santa Roshi celebration. It lasts a week. It's not a big deal, so they could release that sometime in mid-December and be totally cool with it. Global Christmas Day, they always release something huge, always. You know,
maybe Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the tech one, whatever.
I kind of think we're all kind of expecting that. I mean, yeah, it would make sense, but would that really be it?
I don't know why I put a random E.
I mean, first year it was they gave us all a free multi, and they gave us Super Saiyan 3 Goku, hardest hitting card in the game at the time. Year 2, they gave us an epic step-up banner, a step-up banner that we've never seen again, and that was had Vegito, Gotenks, had Broly on it, you know, all those 70% leads, and you were guaranteed one of the 3 after like 2 multis or something. And which was huge. We've never seen anything like that. Last year they introduced the you know, like what, 2 or 3 months. No, last year 2 or 3 months
Super
early.
Saiyan 4, that's what I'm saying.
No, last year 2 or 3 months early they introduced UI Goku on Christmas Day, and that just totally threw our shit for a loop. And we weren't expecting that. We were expecting some Dokkan Fest unit or something similar to how we're thinking it's gonna be Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I'm wondering, would they release something crazy different this year that we're not expecting? Like, who's
also,
out?
Nate, I found him.
Right.
I found the Goku.
Is there an LR that we're all waiting for that, you know, that they could release on Christmas Day?
How about another Beerus that doesn't?
I don't think so. Oh, Bardock, but no one cares about Bardock.
No, I have a feeling we'll see Bardock around Thanksgiving. Just
okay,
feels
let's
like
see
it.
here. We're in the pure Saiyan category, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go.
What's next?
Should be
God, there's so
Bardock would be
many
LR in that category.
I actually need to go to DBZ space for this.
I mean, they're about to release the Bardock event. And I get that Truth was trying to really hammer home the point that they're not going to release the LR Bardock banner with the, because there's a Rising Carnival coming up with the Bardock event coming back. You know, he's pretty adamant that LR Bardock doesn't get released right now.
You know what? We might get. No, we wouldn't get him by then. Mind. I don't know. Honestly, like, is there even anything worthy of
yeah, that's right. The new Trunks is coming to us soon. The AGL LR.
Yeah, AGL, yeah, the was it the Supreme Battle Trunks?
And we got the Meta Cooler coming to us as well.
Yeah, they'll release that soon. Probably December sometime.
Also, I'm saying
not talking about the Dokkan Fest Metacooler. We're talking about the LR Metacooler Core. One that we did for.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, let's just go ahead and get that out in the open. Nate, were you a bit underwhelmed by by Battlefield?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I can see
100%.
I can see plenty of newer players who don't have all the cards and everything else like we do. You know, the non-OGs of the game. I can see them struggling because there's a lot. I mean, a lot of people, especially, it takes a while to get that first 100 URs and to really, and those 100 URs can't all be free to play. They got to be decent cards and everything else. I get that. But right now, the way Battlefield is, it should have been released a year and a half ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or at least a year ago. You know, we should have gotten it a year ago when the meta was more caught up with it. I mean, and it does disappoint me that after 7 iterations of this current Battlefield, they've only managed to add 2 more bosses to... Yeah, it doesn't change. That's it. The types change, but the actual gameplay doesn't change. It's nothing different. So
yeah, and for me, what really disappointed me, really triggered me a lot, is that, you can run the event as many times as you want. No worries there. You can do it day and night, 24/7, however long you want to for 30 days, right?
Right.
But you can only get the rewards once. So you want more of those crystals? Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait 30 days. Sorry.
Would you prefer
Actually,
that they
7 days each.
really triggered me?
Would you
big
have preferred that they allowed it to be up for 1 week, allowing you to run it as many times as you want to get as many of the medals as you want for not even a week, 5 days, and then it would be gone for 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, hands down. I would farm the heck out of that. Oh yeah.
So would I. I mean, that's originally, if you guys remember, that was essentially the idea the very first time when they came out with Battlefield. That's how they allowed you to do it. The second time they began putting the restrictions, you can only do it 3 times, in a day and everything else in order to do it. But at least both times, the first time was unrestricted, the second time had restrictions. Regardless, every time, and that was back when they had the size, it was all side scrolling, and it was really cool. It was completely different gameplay. It was horrible. It was hell, and it wasn't done right, but still it was different. But it allowed you to farm those crystals as much as you wanted. Even with the restrictions, you could still, you would still get the crystals every time you farmed it. So yeah, no, it's a complete and total waste of our time at this point. It's just sitting there once you've completed it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I finally found the card that's next.
Which one?
Take a look in podcasts.
All right. Is it LR card, you say?
Oh, the Tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku, yeah. I feel like that would be Thanksgiving, though, wouldn't it?
Well, okay. We have Future Gohan. That comes before, or can be skipped. But I mean, if they're going to skip it, we won't see it until next year, because they're not going to have Future Gohan be anywhere near the holidays, because nobody's looking forward to it. I feel like we have one more Dokkan Fest in between that and Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Oh yeah, it's Slug.
Well, Slug is not really a Dokkan Fest. He's a non-featured Dokkanable character, similar to 21. He has his own story event, but that will be cool. I mean, we might see Slug during Thanksgiving. Essentially, they're going to have to come up with something for the player base to do over the Thanksgiving holiday, because that's what they like to do. They like to come out with story events, have to be ground out, something for the kids to do when they're off for the whole week. It makes sense. That's what you put out during that time. So,
I was actually super surprised, and sorry to do that once again.
Yeah.
I was actually quite surprised to get Cell early, because Cell came very early for us.
Yeah, he did. They skipped Bardock for him. It wasn't terrible.
Oh, the LR. The LR.
They skipped Bardock for him, which is cool. I mean, I think obviously Cell's the better LR. That's probably why they skipped him. They're trying to ride that hype train.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason why I think they're just going to throw LR Bardock just to get him over with. Because
here's the thing: if a game's not hype. If a game's not hype, you're not going to see Demoni play it. You're not going to see me play it. You're not going to see you play it.
Well, nobody ever sees me play it.
Well, because there would be, if there's nothing to do and they don't come out with anything insane or game-breaking or newsworthy content,
right?
No one's going to do content on it at all. They'll lose their quote-unquote free advertising, basically.
Oh yeah,
because that's what
what they really should do is add more quests.
Oh, definitely agreed. More quests, harder events. Yeah.
Yeah. How about like a super hard 3? I would love to see that, where it drops like 10 to 20 medals.
Well, that's why we're saying they need to come up with the GT difficulty.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
It's time to just they come out as Black Star difficulty, and they're GT.
You bring a fusion category or a Patara category to it, and it does like 36 damage, but you take 140,000.
You bring the was it Shadow Dragons category, just blows it out of the water.
Yeah,
all 14 cards.
I managed to save the stream. Oh my god, I was about ready to sneeze into my mic.
That would have been.
Oh, there we go.
That would have been horrible.
We'll catch a virus. Get it? Because he'll sneeze into his mic.
No. It's more like headphone users.
Never mind. It went over all y'all's head. Never mind.
I was checking to see what the hell happened to Phil. If you guys turn on your TVs right now, you'll probably see him on CNN. There's a naked man running across the I-94 in Tallahassee. Pretty sure that's Phil.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got chicken wings. Where's your shirt?
All I do is go out for Chick-fil-A. He went out to get himself some drumsticks and then, come back to the stream. Next thing he knows, he's getting chased by the police.
Wait, what the heck? I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and I just got off officer writing me a ticket.
Sir, do you know how fast you were riding your horse?
How did I get pulled over?
Do you know how fast you were riding your horse, sir? Well, yes, officer. I'm pretty sure I was staying under the 40 furlongs an hour speed limit.
Okay, has anyone played the Pokemon Go recently?
No.
Nope.
Moving on.
There was a Gengar event today where you can get yourself a shiny Gengar.
Fascinating.
It was only for 3 hours though, so
rip.
That game is not free to play. I can tell you what.
Oh no, it's not. It's not free to play. No.
Well, that's why I always love it when people are always surprised by Dokkan. Did you know that all they care about is money? Yes.
Actually, that's not true. You just gotta hit the events perfect.
Well, it's a game. And why do you think they made this game? It wasn't to entertain us, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm glad there's no ad.
Yes.
Oh, can you imagine how crap that would be? Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. You beat LR's Vegito Blues event. Here you go. Here's an ad for like Candy Crush or something like that.
Here's the real game. It's like, okay, well, I got, oh, sweet. I finally activated my Dokkan mode, about ready to do it. And all of a sudden it pops up some swipe right app. And you're like, no! Ah!
It's like it
pops
up with the Yahtzee ad that you can't skip out of.
I was also playing Crash Fever, and I got no ads whatsoever. Thank God that's free to play.
Sounds like a really, like the beginning of a really, or like the end of a really bad horror story. And I got no ads whatsoever.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, well, guys, I think that will probably do it. We were kind of holding out hope that Naked Phil would make his presence known. Thank God he didn't. Anyway, I want to thank you, Nate, for coming and hanging out with us today.
You're welcome.
Tim, thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Not a problem.
Kakarot! Thanks for hanging out.
Kakarot!
Kakarot! Thanks for coming. Keeping the chat steamy.
You're welcome.
Okay, who's gonna Hakai it? Ready? 1, 2,
1.
3.
Hakai! I guess that'll probably do it. I also want to thank the chat for being here and hanging out with us today. I am going to do a pre-World Tournament stream Thursday night, like I like to usually do, because it's easy to capture unknowing Dokkan players who think that the World Tournament is on for me when it's not. And then I'll probably not see anybody again until like December 5th or something. So,
all right, fair enough.
All right, guys. Thank you all very much for showing up and hanging out with me tonight. And I will talk to you guys all later. Thank you very much, chat. And all right, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.